Okay, so you're ready to get serious about training. That's an awesome decision. But right away, you hit this classic fork in the road, facing one of the biggest questions in the fitness world. Yeah, this is the big one. Calisthenics versus the gym. Look, both paths will get you strong, and both will build muscle, no doubt about it. But the philosophy behind them, they're worlds apart. So the real question is, which one is right for your goals, and for your life?
And let's be real, we've all seen the stereotypes, haven't we? On one side, you've got this image of someone battling the elements, doing muscle-ups in a park. On the other, you're battling for a bench next to someone who's deep into their social media feed. The funny thing is, both can deliver incredible results, but the journey just couldn't be more different.
So first up, let's make sure we're on the same page. What even is calisthenics? Well, think of it as pure, raw, primal training. Your body is the gym. You don't need any fancy equipment. It's just you fighting against the force of gravity with movements like push-ups, pull-ups, and squats.
And on the other side of the coin, you've got weight training, the gym life. This approach is more like an engineering project for your body. You're using external loads, barbells, dumbbells, machines, to systematically and precisely add resistance. It's a very calculated process of adding a little more weight, week after week.
So how do these two really stack up? Let's kick things off with round one, and this is a factor that makes or breaks the decision for a lot of us: money and accessibility.
And wow, the difference here is like night and day. Calisthenics is, for all intents and purposes, free. I mean, gravity doesn't send you a bill at the end of the month. You can train in your living room, in a park, literally anywhere. The gym, on the other hand, is an investment. You're looking at anywhere from $40 to over $100 a month just to walk in the door. So in this round, calisthenics just wipes the floor.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. Round 2, strength and aesthetics. What kind of results are we actually talking about here? What kind of physique can you expect? And crucially, how easy is it to actually get started?
Now this is a super important point to get your head around. From day one in calisthenics, you are lifting your entire body weight. It doesn't matter if you weigh 150 pounds or 250 pounds, that's your starting weight. There's no dial you can turn down. And this really highlights the difference for a newcomer. Calisthenics kind of throws you straight into the deep end. I mean, most beginners can't do a single clean pull-up. The gym, by contrast, is like a beginner's paradise. You've got machines to guide your form, and you can start with weights as light as a few pounds. You can actually get a win on your very first day.
So what kind of strength does calisthenics build? It's all about functional power. You're teaching your body to move as a single, coordinated unit. It develops incredible body control, balance, and the kind of athletic movement that usually leads to a lean, defined, almost gymnast-like physique.
The gym, however, is the undisputed king of building maximum muscle size, what we call hypertrophy. You can isolate specific muscles with surgical precision, allowing you to build a really sculpted, symmetrical physique. If your main goal is that classic bodybuilder look with targeted mass, the gym is, without a doubt, the most direct path. Okay, so we know the costs and we know the kind of results you can expect, but what does the day-to-day training actually feel like? Let's dive into progression and motivation.
Progressing in calisthenics is like leveling up a skill in a video game. You don't just add more weight, you unlock harder variations of an exercise. It is incredibly rewarding, but you've got to know, mastering a new skill, something like the one-arm push-up, can take months and months of dedicated effort.
Gym progression couldn't be more different. It's beautifully simple and linear. You lift a certain weight for a certain number of reps. Next time, you add just a little more weight or do one more rep. Boom, progress. It's super easy to track in a logbook, which can be incredibly motivating.
And what about the environment, the vibe? Calisthenics offers total freedom to train anywhere, but that also means all the motivation has to come from you. The gym provides a completely different energy. You've got the music, the sound of weights, seeing other people push their limits. It creates this atmosphere of accountability that can really push you harder.
So, we've broken down the cost, the results, and the daily grind. Now it's time to put it all together and figure out which of these training styles is the champion for you. So, who is calisthenics for? It's your path if you're driven by mastering your own body, if you love the challenge of learning new skills, if budget is a top priority for you, and if you just crave the freedom to work out anywhere, then this is probably your answer. On the other hand, the gym is your arena if your primary goal is building as much muscle as possible. If you're motivated by clear, measurable numbers, if you're a total beginner who needs a little guidance, or if you feed off the energy of a focused environment, then the gym is pretty much tailor-made for you. But wait a second.
After all that, here's the final twist. We've been framing this as an either-or choice this whole time. But what if the best answer isn't to pick a side at all?
Why not just combine them? You could use the gym's barbells for powerful leg days that calisthenics just can't match, and then use calisthenics to build that incredible upper body control and core strength. The ultimate approach might just be using both as tools in your arsenal, giving you the best of both worlds. So the real question isn't which one is better, but how can you make them both work for you?